Hi, I'm Nick, and I help people become the best version of themselves and achieve out of reach goals. So in this video, I want to talk to you about how you can literally reprogram your mind to change the limiting beliefs that you have. And I've never met anybody, and I've worked with thousands of people who haven't had limiting beliefs. And we can take them and change your attitude to them so that you can produce the goals that you want in your life. So to start with, let's take a look at what beliefs are. So I think a belief is any idea or thought that we have that isn't provable in the moment. So virtually every business is founded upon a belief. I believe that there's a market for my product or my service. Yeah, you may go and test that. Yeah, but before you test it, it's founded on a belief. Now, a limiting belief is an idea or a thought that you have that limits the chance of your success. So, if, for example, you're an aspiring tennis player, and yet you believe that you're not good enough to make the pro circuit, what will tend to happen is the ideas that you have around you not being good enough will lead to a level of action or inaction. For some people, limiting beliefs are incredibly motivating, and so they do all the work that's necessary in order to become good enough, in which case use your limiting belief to motivate you. For others, though, and probably the majority, what we do is when we have that limiting belief, it stops us putting the work in, doing the actions that would produce the results that we want. And there's a direct correlation between your beliefs and your comfort zone. So when you're doing something that's well within your comfort zone, you are unlikely to experience a limiting belief. So, for example, whatever job you're doing, maybe you're currently employed, by a company, and you're doing the job and you do it quite well. The stuff that you do well in your job will not bring up limiting beliefs because you have evidence that you're able to do it and produce success. But maybe then an opportunity for promotion comes up in a slightly different area to the one you're working in. So you're now moving either to the edge or beyond your comfort zone. Then limiting beliefs will pop up. And limiting beliefs are there for a reason. If everyone or virtually everyone has limiting beliefs, there's got to be a good reason for it. And there is a good reason. And it's really important to recognize it. Limiting beliefs keep you safe because when they only appear when you're at the edge of your comfort zone or beyond it, and they pull you back into your comfort zone, and they avoid you taking risks, they avoid the chance of any failure, any humiliation that may come as a consequence of the failure. They're there to protect us. So if we recognize they're there in order to serve us, we can then use them to check whether they are in fact appropriate. Because, for example, if you have a belief without any evidence that being hit by a car will hurt, because I don't have any evidence of it, I only just believe it, does that belief serve you? Well, I think it probably does. Yeah. And it stops you being hit by a car. So that's fine. But if it stops you going for that promotion or leaving that job and going for another job or starting your own business or investing in a hobby that you think you could become really, really good at, or getting into a relationship because you think the other person is out of your league, all of those kind of beliefs really restrict your ability to be happy. And in which case, they need challenging. And there's a number of ways you can challenge a limiting belief. First thing is that a limiting belief may well be the truth. I remember a few years ago I was looking to join a new badminton club, and it had a reputation of being quite a high standard. And I had a belief that I wasn't good enough, particularly my backhand clears was a weakness. And that was a belief, because it's not provable, but I deep down I knew that was the case. And so what I did is I invested in some coaching, and fun enough, I got better. Still have a problem with the backhand clear, but let's not go into that. So if the belief is leading you to a truth, you need to invest to get better at something, then do it. Equally, you can add the word yet to the belief. I'm not good enough yet. And that seems to have a different emotional impact on us. And it tells the truth, okay, why should I be good at something yet? If I've never learned to play chess and I decide I want to join a chess club, I'm not good enough. So, everyone's got to start somewhere. I'm not good enough yet. What do I need to do in order to become good enough? If you're going to go and start a business, there'll be elements of the business almost certainly you're not good enough yet at. But many, many hundreds, thousands of entrepreneurs will tell you that they had to wing it a lot in the beginning. Not good enough yet. So there are key things to take away from this video. First of all, we all have hundreds, thousands of beliefs. Some limit us, some support us. Recognize which is which. And those that, when we are at the edge or beyond our comfort zone, that's when the limiting beliefs become louder and louder. And check whether they support you. Check whether you need to invest, whether you need to recognize that you're not there yet, you're at a novice stage in your development in that particular skill, and allow yourself to question whether the belief supports you and what you're prepared to do in reality to make you achieve the goals that you set yourself to make your life work.